Tonight's episode of The Ship Show is brought to you by...
Douche Canoe, a fragrance for men by Carnival.
Tonight's episode of The Ship Show is brought to you by...
Uploading. System 1 loaded. Self-destruct sequence activated.
I smell a smelly smeller that smells smelly.
Yes! Hi, you guys! Yes!
We're talking Nurse Nancy.
So naughty, so naughty,
Hey,
so
Bugatti!
naughty,
We're talking Nurse Nancy.
so naughty, so naughty,
Hey,
so
Bugatti!
naughty.
We're talking
It's
Nurse
not
Nancy.
cool, Nurse Nancy. Don't need formal night to get fancy. And you better not show up late to the shit because you know she's gonna get antsy. And it's cruise day with Anthony, Naomi, Hannah, and Eddie, the family.
And sharing that seed. So naughty, so naughty.
Hey, Bugatti!
So naughty, so naughty.
Hey, Bugatti! Yes!
We're talking Nurse Nancy.
And when I'm not out cruising, I like to fool
We're
around.
talking Nurse Nancy.
I totally got dressed up for this!
So naughty, so naughty, so
Hey,
naughty,
hi, you guys!
so naughty, so naughty. so
Yeah,
naughty.
yeah. There's something fun about meeting, your people in the cruise community. It's just amazing how you feel like you're already friends, even though you've never met.
We're talking Nurse Nancy.
For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record, 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 for the record. Been a little too nice to y'all. Now I gotta up price on y'all. Snake eyes on dice for y'all. Shoulders on ice for y'all. A6 all the hate. I woke in a bar today. Got lost in the ball and A's. I'm flipping the bars. I'm flipping the on record, off record. I still count wins when they got it. On record, off record. I let them take advantage. I was wildin'. On record, off record deals. Tell them talk to Colin for the quote. On record, off record. I still want the act, not the ghost. For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable.
Hello, shippers. My name is Captain Barge, and I'm the captain of the barge that's taking everything out to this thing called Ship Show Island or something. I don't know. But I do know there's a lot of crap going out there. There's all sorts of things, and right now I've got a bunch of lawn seed and some rollers and sprinklers and I don't know what they're really building. It's kind of top secret. But it looks good. So I can't wait to see it all finished. I just don't know what it is. But anyway, they tell me it's Wednesday night. I've lost track of time. That makes it, I guess, ship show night. And as a ship show watcher, all I've got to say is...
Skelly Rudicina with some Bergenheimer Stilton, please Wigs! The Ship Show. Well, hey there, folks. It's the Rooster coming at you live and direct from Ship Show Studios, where we've had a few video rendering issues, audio issues, and all around general, ship showiness. I don't know if you can hear me, but I can tell you the Rogaine is working, Larry.
I see your shirt is turned on.
Yes.
You got the batteries all powered up for that one.
Yes, I do. This is my Freedom Cup. I'm such an idiot. Freedom Cup 25 I put on there. And I put the apostrophe on the wrong side because I was in a hurry. But next year.
All right. That's got some color to it. It's
Larry Big Al played Charlie Vettner course today. Shot a 77.
Whoa.
That's right. He shot a 73 the other day. Kevin Brubaker rendered down a sauce. Thank you, Wendy Johnstone. I got a perm. It's not really a perm. It's a temporary. How's that?
all right.
How's that do it for you? You like that?
Looks like you put your finger in the socket. Turned on your hairdo and your shirt.
Yes. Yep. This is our golf shirt, kind of, for our golf team. We got a big tournament coming, Larry, and I've been practicing my face off, and my handicap's done nothing but go up. And let me tell you something. We had a discussion last week about a possible individual whose handicap had gone down 4 strokes, and it seemed a little suspicious. There ain't no suspicion about it. I've never seen someone improve at golf faster than a boy named Bunta. That dude came back from Hawaii. I'm telling you, the dude was striping them everywhere. Never was Bunta out driving York and I. He was doing it consistently both days this weekend. I couldn't believe it. I was beside myself. I was floored. Especially since I've been to the stick and daggone freaking range every day while he was gone.
Well, find out what the secret is. What changed him around?
He can't remember.
Sometimes it happens that way,
But anyhow, I digress. I got to give props where they're due. Bunta came back. A new golfer, I'll tell you that much. And York and I were the Stop it, Luna. York and I were the benefactor of Bunta's generosity. Stop it, Luna. He came back from Hawaii each with 6 hats apiece. I'm wearing one right now at the courses he played at.
Wow.
So now I gotta buy different shirts because Bunta is humble. Bunta is humble? Is that what you said? Bunta is humble? I love Bunta, but I don't know if humble's a word I would use. Generous, yes.
Generous. Wow. Well, is he gloating over his new game?
No, definitely not. But he's happy. I can tell you that.
Wow.
But watching him rip, his whole swing's different. Okay, he rips the ball. When he hits it, you hear it. It's like whack. I mean, I outdrove him a couple times, but he's got rotation. I don't know. It's impressive. That's all I'm gonna say. And I just have another thing I did want to mention. Stop it, Luna. I think I have one other thing to mention. Larry?
Yeah?
Coop?
All right, here we go. We got the rant go.
I've got something to say.
All right, here we go.
The lawn's fine, except for the fact that my neighbor decided to come on my property and take some wood that he was going to burn. I didn't care that he took the wood, but he trampled a path in my lawn coming back and forth from out of the woods when I didn't ask him to do it. So yeah, there's a brown spot there, and I'm done with him. It's over. And let me tell you this about the lawn. Yes, I'm taking the step, Larry. I am buying a no dog pee sign, and I'm also going to get an additional Ring camera, and I'm going to mount it on my mailbox, and I'm going to find out whose dog's been peeing, because they're leaving brown spots in my pristine front part of the yard, and I don't give a crap. I will fight a man.
Yeah, that dog pee, it's wicked stuff. It does grass, it doesn't like it. It's just bad stuff.
Let me just say, the lawn is not what I'm ranting about, Larry.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a brown spot in your yard.
Well, I can't put a fence in the very front of my house.
That's true.
But I came home yesterday, Larry.
Yes.
Minding my own business. Luna! I was minding my own business. Everything was fine. I'm on my way home. I get a FaceTime call from my beloved daughter, Stella B. And she's like, Dad, look at this. And she pushes her camera down. It's a new kitten. A stinking daggone freaking cat. I swear to you. Y'all are animal hoarders. Animal hoarders. I will not change the litter box. I repeat, there will be no litter. The rooster doesn't take care of the shis. Never mind. Anyway, apparently we have another cat now. So we have 2 cats and 2 dogs. And if they had it their way, we'd have 7 cats, 5 dogs, and a ferret.
Yeah, I know somebody that's that way too. Not me.
But let me say this. Let me say this. Let me say this. Stella was like, I want my own pet. Beans likes Mom, Luna likes you, and the other cat that we have has the personality of a meatloaf. You know what I'm saying? So she thought this cat would be hers. Same thing happens with every animal. The animal does things that animals do, like poop. And the cat took a crap in her room, and now she's done with it already. The cat's got to come downstairs. The cat cannot be upstairs. I like cats too, but I mean, how many pets do we need?
Ooh, that's a lot. That's a lot.
I'm
Or
not
the
getting a
lot.
ferret. I'm not going to get a ferret, but I'm just saying, you know, Stella wanted a hairless cat, but I might have been down with a hairless cat just because that'd have been funny.
Like Mr. Bigglesworth.
Yeah, like, you know, so the cat's gray. It's a kitten, you know, it's like this big. I said that she should name it Pepper. Oh, for crying out loud. I'll just show you.
All right, you're going to get the kitten. Okay. What's been going on in the world out there? Anything? It's kind of interesting times right now, wouldn't you say? But of course, all that other garbage, I just try to tune out. My big news is how about the cruise lines coming out with all the announcements of all these new ships they're going to have? I thought it was interesting that Carnival announces they're going to come out with these beasts of ships, holding like 8 to 9,000 people, and Royal decides to go the other way, kind of like Norwegian, and go with.
Okay, well,
more
Stella's
like
going to make the introduction.
She's got okay. So now they're friends again.
All right, show it to the camera. It's right there. Get closer, Stella. What's its name?
It doesn't have a name.
I said Pepper. There's her little kitten. Luna's scared to death of it. Beans could care less. And the other cat, you know, its personality doesn't allow it to have opinions on anything. But yes, it is a doggy snack. It's even got a collar.
Well, here's my
with
question
flames on it.
How big of a duco could that kitten make?
Well, apparently it had an odor to it that was.
Okay. They usually do, right?
She wanted to name it Cauliflower.
Okay.
Don't ask me.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I digress. That is the end of the rant. But the problem is the kitten's cute. Yes, I get it. Cute kitten. Of course. You want to hold it. You want to snuggle it. Oh, you're such a cute kitty. Then it becomes a cat. The luck that we've had with cats, mind you, has not been so good. We did have a cat, Lucy. We had her for 18 years. She was a nice cat, but she only liked me. Then we had another cat, and he was awesome, squishy. He would jump in your arms and, you know, like from the ground and, you know, cool cat. He'd give you high fives when you walked by, but he tore stuff up. And if you left a towel or a blanket or anything on the floor, he would take a fat dookie in it. Then I still loved the cat. He disappeared. He gone. Probably got eaten by a coyote. I don't know. It was pretty sad. I liked Squishy. But then we got another cat. Kelly got a cat that we have now, the 27-pound behemoth that, like I said, has a personality of a three-toed sloth. It's here. I mean, you know, you got to watch out. You might step on it every now and then, but it scratches everything up. And I'm telling you, this is a boy cat. He's going to grow up and scratch everything. He's just going to scratch. He's going to ruin our couch. He's going to do it all. I don't care what you say. The cats, they're great for some people. We live a lifestyle that does not allow keeping an eye on a cat.
Yeah. Pets are a full-time job. That's why it's like I'm gone too much. I'm gone too much out of town to even consider having a pet. And it's like
the rooster is wearing S. I don't know what that means.
I don't know either. I don't know. So while you were going to get your kitty, I brought up to everybody if anything big was going on in the world.
Cathiel, it's already fixed.
Oh, that you got that going for you.
Yes.
So I was talking about, have you seen the announcements from Carnival and
Let
Royal?
me guess. I think I know it has something to do with an 8,000 passenger 5-ship order.
Don't you find it a little bizarre, or just that Carnival's going bigger and Royal's going smaller?
Well, guess what? I will continue to be a royalist.
Well, I just, again, people are making comments already, and you can judge me for all you want, but I will say this. So when I went on the Mardi Gras, I can't remember how many it's supposed to hold, but I never felt crowded. I then went on the celebration and I felt crowded all the time. And that's when Jamie reminded me that we were coming out of COVID on the Mardi Gras, and it only was sailing, I think, at like 75%. So then I went on the Icon, and I truly, honestly say this to everyone. I don't remember one single time that I felt crowded. Not once.
Yeah.
Never.
Well,
It was just the design and the venues. It was just designed so well with so many venues that it was great. It was awesome. I would do it again in a second.
I mean, I don't necessarily mind the larger ships, and I'm interested to see. I will say this: Mardi Gras, the ship layout, love it. So if this is a new class and it's larger, I'm assuming they'll put a little razzmatazz, little razzle dazzle in it. I'm interested to see what it's all about. You know, I'm also interested to be the first vlogger to put out content before anybody else.
That
The
one
ship show, Sharon at Sea, next group cruise, I'm calling it now, is the inaugural cruise of that first ship that's coming out. Didn't even speak to Jamie, didn't speak to Sharon, but it's happening. There will be no talking me out of it. Larry, back me up on this. Ship show, Sharon at Sea, next group cruise, the Behemoth Carnival ship.
I think that might be 2029.
Okay.
It's gonna be a while.
Let's rethink that.
Right. We can put that one on
Let
the
me
horizon.
rewind that just 1 second. Okay.
Yeah. We need something a little bit between now and then.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Larry, can I tell you something
here's the
else?
thing. The thing about those Carnival, I mean, people are already making the comments. You can pretty much, I can tell you what ports they're going to go out of, because when they get bigger and bigger, there's only so many places they can go out of. Fort Lauderdale, Miami,
There's
Galveston.
also so many places they can go into when they get bigger.
Right.
Oh,
and that's
never
it.
mind. Sorry.
That's why you're more of the
different something else.
the
Sorry.
Cozumels, it's like it can only go so many places.
I like that you said there's only so many places they can go out of.
Yeah.
When they get bigger. Never mind. All right.
Yeah.
I digress. Larry, I wanted to, before I forgot.
Yeah.
Because last week we discussed at length V-necks, coupe cruise shirts, and things of the sort. Can I just say very quickly, I may have found a solution for everyone. You ready for this?
I think you did. I already think you did.
Who's ready for a crushed velvet ship show shirt?
I guess George Costanza style. George Costanza.
Y'all don't want some crushed velvet in your life?
Oh.
Heaven sakes alive, that's hot fire. Wait till I get some logos on that son of a gun.
Oh my goodness. Words can't even describe that. I think you nailed it with the bowling looking shirt. That's perfect.
The button up one?
Yes, that's my style right there. No doubt about it.
Nobody seemed to like this one here.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see what the problem is. I couldn't do the V-neck, but at least I could get it to somewhat line up. That wasn't a hit. So I scrapped that idea. Don't worry, I'm still working on it. There are options coming, I promise. You know, it's just It's never easy to satisfy everyone, but there, what can I say, Larry? I really think that I might have been onto something with this. The Coupe Cruise bikini. I mean, come on. Just look at it. All right, I'm kidding.
I think you could even throw out the two options. You could throw out the pullover shirt, or the with the t-shirt. Throw out the t-shirt and then the button-down shirt.
This was the original idea here.
The button-down shirts are just a little more how can I phrase this correctly? They're a little bit more friendly towards the bigger guy.
John and Diamond say that shirt is just about as cool as Stella getting at a cat named Cauliflower. Well played. Well played.
That was a super awesome comment.
Yes, indeed. But I'm trying to see if did I?
Oh, that was funny. John and Diamond. You nailed that one. Oh my.
Oh, here we go. No, that's not it. I thought I had saved a copy of the button up, but I didn't. That's okay. Don't worry.
Oh, I really liked it. That by far.
Are you guys
was my
cool
favorite.
with the button up? I mean, heaven sakes alive, I could do that. You can make it your own V-neck. Problem is with that, I don't know that I can. I can't recall what size is. The original wasn't very well received. I'm gonna say that. Not only that, but the sizes weren't conducive. You know what I'm saying? So
I like the button-up idea. They usually have a lighter material, so it's going to be hot. It's going to be like really hot when when we leave. It won't be so bad, but when you get down around the equator, it's hot. It just doesn't matter what time of the year, but it will be hot at times, and I like those. I thought it looked really good.
this is the first logo I came up with. I didn't like that one, so I scrapped it. But still, I'm just walking down memory lane here while I was.
I don't know. I kind of like that one.
It reminds me like a Woodstock poster. Speaking of which,
it does. It does a bit.
I watched a documentary last night. How you doing, Will G? Watched a documentary tonight about Woodstock 1999, and boy, them kids lost their stinking daggone freaking minds. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. The behavior of these kids. I mean, absolutely 100% unacceptable. But,
I went to the movies last night. How about that? Fly Me to the Moon.
Fly Me to the Moon? What was that?
Yeah. Scarlett Johansson. She's like, easy on the eyes. Woody Harrelson's in it. Ray Romano. It was good. It wasn't like the greatest movie ever, but it was good. It was definitely good. It was basically a movie about Apollo 11, and basically, was it staged? Was the whole thing staged or not? But it's one of those. Melissa called it a rom-com, so it definitely had that to it. That part of it was definitely predictable, but it was good. I haven't been to the movies for. I love going. I absolutely love going. I was talking to Jamie about it. I said I love it, and I looked, and actually, there's quite a few different movies out there that are appealing right now. So it was fun. It was good. I really enjoyed it.
I like Woody Harrelson. It seems like everything he's in is good.
He was like the bad guy in this one. Yeah, he played it well. He played the role really well, and all during the movie, he had to have shots of Macallan Scotch.
Oh, nice.
That's good stuff. But it was good. I would recommend to people to see it. I have a theater that's no more than like a mile from my house. And
my dad said he saw it too.
Tuesdays they do it's like $6. I think $6 to get in. I didn't go because of that. It just happened to be a Tuesday.
How you doing, Scott McNeil?
It was good. Al, did you like the movie? Yeah,
yeah, he
it's
said
pretty
it was
good.
good. Yeah.
It wasn't great. It was not great. 1 to 10, I'd give it like a 7, 7.5, somewhere like a C plus, B minus. Right, it was good. I'll put it to you this way: I don't even know how long it was, but I didn't get fidgety in my seat. Whenever I never get uncomfortable, that means the movie was good and it went by fast. Um, so I go through these phases. Once I go to one, then I want to keep going. I want to keep going back. And I saw Twisters was out, and then I can't remember the name of the one.
I do want to see that one.
Jamie
Twister.
saw the Western with Kevin Costner. He said it's going to be like a 3 or 4 part.
Yeah,
movie.
I heard it tanked, but it is what.
And I think he said it was 3 hours.
Hey, so I've really gone down a rabbit hole lately, Larry, with when I start creating, I found like if I reach a block, I'll create something else, and then usually some sort of other idea presents itself. And that's how I end up with the finished product of whatever it is that I may be working on. But another project I worked on this week, a nice little Romania shirt. I don't know if you saw this one, Larry. I thought that was kind of cool. I liked it.
Are we gonna go and overtake the basketball court?
Yeah, and then
Team Romania. They're gonna call it Team Romania. The court is yours.
And then I designed this one too, which I kind of liked. Larry, I thought you might like it too, but I didn't. This was kind of a top secret. That is Sir York Doodles himself.
Yes, I did like that one.
With the darts and carts collection.
I like the other one better though. I mean, I hate to say it, but I did.
It's funny how many mock-ups that guy in this picture right here is in. He's in so many mock-ups and across so many different platforms. This guy, I don't know who he is. He's got a weird body shape. He's got extra long arms. One arm is much longer than the other, if you notice. His right arm goes down almost to the end of his shorts. His left does not. He's got a strange posture about him. Probably not the best model for clothing, but who am I to judge? I'm certainly not a Rogaine model. So, however you choose to make a buck, make a buck. So my dad says I like that. I'm assuming that was not AI generated. Oh, the guy was AI generated. Well played, Christopher Brown. Yeah, that guy probably was AI generated. That makes a little more sense now that you mention it. But he only has 2 thumbs. Normally, when it's AI generated, the left thumb's on the right and the right thumb's on the left, and the pinky looks like a chicken foot. But I digress.
Right.
Larry, let me ask you something.
Fire away. I'm all ears.
You have to make a choice. Are you on the phone?
Kind of. It's all right.
You have to make a choice.
Yes.
The Carnival ship, the Behemoth, the Carnival Gargantuan, and the Royal Caribbean ship, the Envy of the Seas, come out on the same day.
Oh,
which one you got?
I'm gonna go with the Carnival. I'm gonna go with the bigger one.
Okay, I'm tired and have to get ready for another busy day tomorrow. Jamie Wilhite, good night, and our thoughts are with you. I know it's been a tough month. York is sending a cease and desist. You can't. I took the picture. I own the rights. Just because it's your likeness, take me to court. Paul would probably rule in your favor anyway. He'd probably drop me as a client. So, I mean, you can have all the profits, which to this point is about $9.11. Larry did order the new Ship Show golf shirt that I posted in the Facebook.
Yes, I did.
Yes.
I saw it. I liked it. I bought it.
York said NIL, baby. Okay, well, you're right. You're right. But, that's not for sale, York. It's just something I designed and maybe bought for myself. But, I still would go Carnival over Royal. So what about you guys in the chat? You going Royal or Carnival on the new ship? Now keep in mind, before you just rush and to your Carnivalian or Royalist ways, you know for a fact that Carnival's gonna kick it up a notch and give it the old bam, the Guy Fieri, whatever his name is, the dude that goes bam when he cooks, bam, that guy. You know, they're gonna give it the old razzmatazz. But if Royal Caribbean is gonna order smaller ships and a different class smaller ship, you have to assume that it's legit. Okay, so what choice are you making, Royal or Carnival?
Well, my only thing with it is just that. So the Carnival philosophy has got to be we have to top the Icon and Star. That has to be what they're thinking. And so I'm under the opinion the thing's just going to be absolutely massive with just tons and tons of venues again, and they're
Right.
going to come up with new venues like the Icon did with the dueling pianos and the swim up bar, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
So with me, I'm thinking Royal might be thinking of like Norwegian with the Aqua class, and my only negative about is the Prima is it's got a lot of venues, but they're just too dang small. They're just too small of venues, and some of them you just can't get into, and it's a toss up. The cruise that I just went on that was the 11 nights with only 2 sea days. The Prima was perfect for it because you'd have such a full day. We would have an 8-9 hour tour, and then we would investigate on our own for another 2-3 hours walking. And when you got back to the ship, you're literally thinking, what's going to be quick and easy to eat and going to bed? Like you would just be exhausted. So the number of shows and the venues wasn't as important. Whereas on the Icon, that's a different story. Like every night you're looking at like where we're gonna go, what's happening, what's to see, and their shows were just absolutely amazing. Just it's hard to beat Royal with their shows. I don't care what anybody says, they have the best shows of that level. I haven't been on Silver Sea and things of that nature, but on Royal ships, they have incredibly great shows.
I would have to venture to guess, honestly, Larry, that yeah, Royal probably does. Doodle says, let's face it, Carnival has its place and I enjoy it, but Royal is a better product. A lot of people have said Royal. Kevin Brubaker says, I hear Carnival is partnering with Off the Chisel. Okay.
Wow, it's got that going for it.
Yeah.
I just am intrigued by the new things that they come out with the bigger ships. And like I said, when I came back from the Icon, I gave you 10 things as to what sped up everything from the smart elevators to the escalators coming from when you're at a port that it takes you right to the promenade. It was just very, very clever to me. And I never felt crowded. And I think a lot of people look at some of the bigger ships like a Mardi Gras, a Celebration, a Oasis, Allure, and they're like, it's really big, tons of people, venues get super crowded.
Yeah, they do.
Like the Windjammer, but that's what I'm saying.
The Windjammer is there's no place on this earth for Windjammer.
Well, the Icon is because it's double the size. It's like
another great comment though. The best thing is that these cruise lines are pushing each other to do better.
That's competition, that's the big thing right now, that the PGA hates live because they all of a sudden have competition. They don't like it, but it does. It pushes you to become better and different and new wow factors. So I think it's awesome. I think it's really, really awesome. I made a list when we were coming back from Iceland, and you got that long plane ride. And so I'm starting to make a list in my notes of like things that I was just coming up to another birthday, and it's like things I want to make sure I get done. And that trip, I do have to say this, that trip was an eye opener that I was still able to walk literally 12. The one day we walked 17 miles, so I could still walk 12 to 17 miles actually fairly easily. I never really had that much problem except going up that mountain. But it's like you got to do some of this stuff that requires that when you're still able to do it.
Right.
There'll be a time that a cruise ship is there to stare at the ocean, read a book. In my opinion, that's still later for me. But I started making a list of things, and I was like, when I started looking, and it's like the price of cruises keeps going up, and I wanted something to fill towards the end of next year. So I started looking for like September, and I started looking for something that was easily doable but different and unique. And I booked the Celebrity Beyond, their new ship, and
I've been wanting to go on that ship forever.
This is what sold me. So what do? I go to YouTube, I type it in, I watch a number of reviews. I come across an older couple, probably like mid 60s, very, very veteran cruisers. When they got to the very end and the guy went to rate it, he said, I'm just going to give you a recap. We've been on 139 cruises, 109 ships. We've been on, and he started rounding off, I think it was like 30 cruise lines. And he said, I'm putting this ship in my top 5. Top 5. And then there were younger people that as they're walking, their first thing they say is, look at this. There's no water slides. There's no rock climbing wall. There's no racetrack. Everybody was just like, this is built for couples. This is built for not necessarily families. It's for couples. And so I pulled the trigger, and it was reasonably priced, and I'm super excited about it. And I've been wanting to cruise Celebrity for the longest time.
When is it again?
September of 25.
Okay.
So it's still a ways out, but again, it's like some of these cruises that I had coming up, I've told people, I said, I've had these booked for 2-3 years. And I said, the deal 2-3 years ago, pricing was still like really reasonable, really inexpensive. And I still think it's reasonable, but some of these are still pretty expensive. They're getting more expensive. So
yeah,
cruising's at its all-time high. It's at an all-time high. It's never been more popular. It's awesome. I think it's great.
But didn't we discuss going on the Celebrity Beyond at one point for Romania next year?
No.
I thought we did. I thought it was an option. We were looking at Celebrity Beyond to go Southern Caribbean, possibly in March,
because it does do that,
or May.
It does. It will do 7 night. I'm doing a 7 night, and then it does do like 9. I think 9 and 10 night cruises, where it's not me, but just a bad time of the year to be gone. Yeah, 10 night cruise all of a sudden becomes 11, 12 days. So anyway, so I got that.
Larry. Oh, this is the shirt you were talking about, right? This bad boy here.
Yeah. Yes.
What do y'all think of that? It solves 2 problems. It goes up to larger sizes, and it can be a V-neck. You can unbutton that son of a gun however much you want.
But I'm just saying, even with it like that, that is a V-neck. That's a V-neck right there.
Yeah, the only thing is I don't like that design with the logo. So I may switch it all up altogether. But are y'all cool with that's a thin material? Some might call it sheen material. I don't think it's sheen material. But I think it might be a cool thing. Plus, if you want to go unbuttoned, you could really give it a bit of panache by wearing your favorite cruise vlogger's shirt underneath. Fully unbuttoned. It could be a twofer. Or you could wear your Sharon at Sea Ship Show Alaska Group Cruise t-shirt if you want underneath there. I don't know. I'm just throwing spitballing out there.
What do you got on the backside of that bad boy?
Nothing. I'm not done designing the backside logo because I want to figure out. People seem to. We need that to be made out of linen. Listen, I gotta give props to.
No.
I gotta give props to Mike Cray. I think he might watch the replay. JM Travel says, "Let's go bowling." Yeah, I like it. That's the whole premise. It's like a kind of a loosely 70s themed cruise.
Regular guy look.
Yeah.
What movie was that from? The Regular Guy?
I like the
Rodney
button, but
Dangerfield.
I like the button, but maybe a t-shirt option as well. Okay. Well, I don't.
It's easy
That's
money.
the thing with me. I want uniformity on some level. You know, t-shirts and V-necks I'm okay with. Button-ups and t-shirts, different people wearing different things. That just we're trying to make a statement when we board that ship, and it doesn't.
But I would wear the button up when I get on the ship, and I would wear the t-shirt on a pool day.
Okay, then listen. I'm gonna have freaking. You don't even worry about it. I've discovered a whole new world of sublimation that'll blow your minds, folks. I've got leggings that I found. You just wait. But Mike Cray, I posted the picture, and he's like, you know, like Jamie from Sharon at Sea Travel. I know he's here. How you doing, Jamie? I'm about to talk about you. He's like, can I get that in blue? And Mike Cray, when I posted one of the shirts, he goes, "You got that in a turtleneck?" I thought that was hilarious. That was the greatest thing I ever read. That was so perfect.
I thought next he was going to be like a Cousin Eddie Dickey.
Listen, if I could find a place that I could do print-on-demand Dickies, I would.
I remember him putting that. I was dying laughing.
We all just show up with Dickies on. Scott McNeil, all up in your feels. I see you changed your profile picture, and I love it. Cowboy hat style. I love it.
Well, here, I got the idea. If we ever do a Halloween Coop Cruise, then we'll have the men dress up as Cousin Eddie with Coop Cruise.
Mr. Z says I'm more of a golf shirt kind of guy. Well, we can't have everybody boarding the ship in a golf shirt. Mr. Z.
Well, and that's my only thing. I like them too, but women don't necessarily like them as much. But I like the button up. I just think it's they're comfy. You can wear it tucked, untucked. You can unbutton 1, 2, whatever you feel.
No, there's no
with.
tucking. There's no tucking.
I sometimes tuck those.
Well, yeah, but not on the Coop Cruise. It's untuck-a-luck. But let me just show you. Like, I just want to say, like, you see this shirt here. If you look on his right side of the shirt, the one that doesn't have the buttons, right, you have to place that design on there. On the left side of the shirt, the one that does have the buttons, you have to place that design on there. But somehow you got to get them to line up. And what's worse is up in the shoulders, they come down at an angle. You got to do your best to try and line up the front and the back. It's not so easy when the back has a different width to it than the front. Okay? So, you know, I'm not complaining because I'm here to tell you, Larry, I have discovered a whole new world of graphic design that I just cannot get enough of in the last couple weeks. So honestly, I got to give a shout out to the Coop for their requests for options, because if it had not been, that design will move when on a woman. You can't make it lay on the same on everyone. Well, no crap, it'll move on a woman. But the freaking, it's cut and sewn together, Tess. I mean, the general design can't move on the clothing. It's not a freaking digital screen. Yes, I get it that it'll move. It's getting it to align front and back. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. There's leggings. Trust me. There's ship show leggings. And there are ship show leggings for big, tall, small, In between, there's all of them. And there's bathing suits. There's, you need an apron for the Coop Cruise? I could do that. But no hats, though. Just kidding. There'll be hats. You know there'll be hats, Larry.
Oh, yes. Oh, of course. There's no doubt about it. You know.
As a matter of fact, I'm going to send you the prototype. Okay, that reminds me. I think I understood your message you sent me last week. You'll be on a cruise for the par 3. Am I correct on that? Okay.
Yep.
That's a bummer.
That's the day I'm flying home.
We were hoping to have 2 ringers. Good night, Big Al. Good night. Get some sleep.
Good night, Al. Good to see you.
Good 77.
Al and I are going to have to start reviewing movies together.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, that would be great.
Something about a movie theater,
for
too.
the show.
In
Big
the
Al
summer,
and Larry.
You go into a movie theater in the summer when it's really hot out, and they just always seem to have the air. Here's how I knew the air was cranked. A lady and man walked in 2 rows in front of me, and the first thing the lady did was put on a sweater. I was like, oh, they got the air cranked, and she knew it. It felt great.
Kathy L says it won't align the same on the front on a woman. That's fine. However, I just assumed for all the women requesting V-necks, they would be unbuttoning it a little bit. So it doesn't need to align there. You know what I'm saying? Because the major alignment happens up near the collar. The rest of it's going to stay in place. And if it doesn't, so be it. That's why I thought T-shirts were a better option. Good night, Wendy Johnstone. Where are you going? You're not allowed to leave. This is crazy. I've seen you up at 3 a.m. on a cruise ship. Stick around, Wendy. Just kidding. Good night, Wendy. And tell Roger.
Tell him hello.
I had a joke there, but I don't know if they would get it. I was going to say, I want to be your man. I want to be your man. If anybody can tell me why that joke is present without trying to be somehow homophobic, I will give you a super awesome comment.
Not coming from me.
Oh, Wendy was just saying goodnight to everyone who's leaving. You don't get the joke. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Does anybody get it?
Elle's probably got it.
I want to be your man. I want to be your man.
Al's probably got another big golf match in the morning.
So, Larry, let me tell you. So, tomorrow's my golf league.
Yes.
And then this weekend, the girls, Lisa, Mrs. Ragsdale, and Mrs. Clayco are taking Ms. Stella and Ms. Bailey to Detroit to go see some singer named Tate McRae. Sorry. Tate McRae. My mistake. Some singer. I don't know. Pop singer, whatever. Singer. And they're spending the night. How you doing, Jose Lara? They're spending the night. So York and I and Bunta are hopping in the vehicle. We're going to drive up north to the cabin, play some golf up there, maybe fireside sesh, cook some good food. It's going to be a good weekend.
What are you cooking?
York's going to do a fish fry.
Oh.
Yeah.
That sounds tasty.
Yeah.
Fish fry. Does he know how to do the hush puppies and the homemade slaw?
Oh, that's so funny. I didn't ask him about the slaw, but that was one of the first questions I asked him, was, can you make hush puppies? But to get back to
I bet
the joke,
he can. I bet he'll say, oh, they're a pain in the bucket, but yeah, I can make them.
He said he never has, but...
Oh, that doesn't mean he can't make them, no.
Yeah, why did...
I got a thing for coleslaw. I just got to tell you, I'm like a coleslaw freak. I love the stuff. I love it all different ways, but I love it. I think it goes perfect with like a fish fry. But
I love coleslaw too, but there's too many places where you buy it locally that it seems to, how do I say,
they put some spice in it somehow, and I don't like it. Like there's like some weird spiciness to it, like horseradish or something. I like sweet.
Oh.
I like sweet.
So this is a question I have for restaurant people and restaurants out there. So you go to a restaurant and they'll say, okay, you get one side with that. And whatever you get a side with that.
Ooh,
and you look at
Tempest says their family owns a seafood market in Florida. Sorry, Larry, go ahead.
Ooh. So let's say somebody gets the same thing that you're with, and they'll say, oh, I'll just do fries with it. And their plate comes, and it's a stack of fries like this.
Mm-hmm.
I'll order the coleslaw, and it comes in a cup that they sometimes put ketchup in. It's like 2 forkfuls potato salad. It'll be like in a little cup that you put mouthwash in your mouth.
Yeah, that's like, no good. That's no good.
Why this? And then somebody gets a whole platter of fries for theirs. Oh well.
Well, you know what I like to do, Larry? I like to take my fries and dip them in the coleslaw. That's what I like to do.
Okay. All right.
So that's my jam.
Well, I think we're moving along. I don't want to make any kind of, I don't want to talk too much about things, but I will say behind the scenes was some of the things we needed to finalize for the Coop Cruise. I've been talking to some of our seasoned veteran friends in the cruising world, and
wait,
some good ideas.
Okay, cool.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying behind the scenes, there's a lot going on.
Yep.
And when we make announcements, we might make a once a week announcement or once every so much of announcement.
Every time Tess makes an announcement, we're gonna make an announcement.
Well, we gotta get on the stick then.
I saw Tess was handing out good advice by no means, and that was good advice. I mean it wholeheartedly. That was great advice. No, by no means am I asking for more. But that was some good advice that you passed out. I almost commented on your post. It's too early for Tess's tips. You get 30 days prior, nothing more. But those were some good tips.
I gotta tell you, with that cruise that we just were on, and I was looking at airfare for so long, and I finally decided to do it. And it was late at night, and I really wasn't paying attention. And so when I book airlines that I go on all the time, all my information is already, it's saved. It's all, I got accounts. Well, I didn't have an account with Iceland Air. I didn't have an account with Delta, which then became Virgin Airways. That was who the flight went with.
Wait, Delta's, what do you mean? Oh,
so
I see.
Like sometimes you'll do like an American flight, but it's flown by whatever. Yeah. I don't know how that works with the airlines, but I know. I booked the flight through Delta, but it was on Virgin Air.
Yep.
So I book it. It's time to go check in. You can check in ahead of time by taking a picture of your passport. Well, mine won't go through. Mine won't work. And I remember when I filled out the information on Delta, it said all boxes must be filled up, must be done. So I don't use it very much. Most people don't even know this, but I'm actually the third. My father was junior. My grandfather was senior. My son is the fourth. But I don't use it on a regular basis. Well, in this case, I did, because it said, in bold letters, all boxes must be filled out. So we get there, it doesn't match my passport.
Uh-oh.
And that was a rigmarole. So the other part was, we get there and she's like, you didn't even spell your first name right. You're missing an E. Well, what happened was...
Wait, how do you don't have an E in your first name?
Lawrence.
Oh, sorry.
I do. So I just noticed this the other day. I had to do my yearly background check to coach hockey, and it was on autosave missing an E. So I was like, So this whole time,
That's hilarious.
this took like an hour. It took an hour, and it took about 4 people to come over. So it got to the point Melissa decided she had to have a second suitcase, and on this flight, to have a second suitcase was $100.
Oh.
So she pulls out her debit card, and the lady's like, "Oh no, no. For him doing this speaking, you stand here, he's paying for it. Give me your credit card."
Oh, wow.
Melissa's like, "Yeah, that sounds fair."
That's not fair.
So then coming home, so they fixed it. Everything, yeah, all right. But again, it was, thank goodness, this was the day we flew. We had to go from JFK, LaGuardia to JFK. And so we did have tons of time to kill.
I see your comment, Christopher Brown. Well played.
But then coming home, I didn't put my middle name because on Iceland Air, it said middle names are optional. So when you got to the airport, it was a nut house. And again, you go, it wouldn't check me in because it didn't match my passport. And there was a line, and I'm not exaggerating, of probably 300 people who had the exact same issue that didn't put their middle names. And that's when I'm like, I have flown internationally only one other time, and I just wasn't thinking. I just was not thinking, and it was so on the way home. There was an easy fix, but again, we had to stand in the line in about 3 hours. I'm gonna say about 3 hours. And again, we had plenty of time, but if we wouldn't have, because the Iceland Air thing, they didn't open until 1:00 in the afternoon because they didn't have flights. So anyway, I can't stress that enough about what Tess put out there. There's a guy that has a channel.
To ship says beached in Texas. I don't know.
Has done what?
It says beached in Texas. This show has went to ship. I'm gonna let that one slide.
Yeah. Well, I'm just there's a guy out there.
They were being funny because I've seen them here before. Recently, I think that was a joke. So I'm not gonna knee jerk react.
Well, there's a vlogger out there who did an Australian cruise, and he flew all the way to Australia.
I saw that, Larry.
And his passport expired within 60 days of the end of the cruise. If it would have been from the beginning, he was fine, but it was because of the end. And then he went to like the U.S. consulate. They got him an emergency one.
Yeah.
He flies to the next city, goes to get on there, and they're like, "Sorry, one of our stops doesn't accept an emergency passport." So he had to fly all the way back. I think he's from Chicago. So it's like those tips. They're just great tips. I've been on 45 cruises, and I made the mistake. I made it twice.
Well, let me tell you something, Larry. This is a true story. First of all, I thought there was a word, Beanals, BNLS. I thought Beanals meant something, and Trevor would appreciate this. I thought Beanals meant something when it came to meat at the grocery store. Because every time I would go to the store, I would see Beanals. And I'm like, what the heck is this Beanals crap? Right? That was one. But that was my mistake. But this is a bigger one. So did you know for the longest time I would have a minor panic attack? Not panic attack, but I would always be skeptical of my flights, right? Because like when you book it, you have to put your middle name or whatever. And every time I would book a flight on United or on American, my ticket would say Johnal. Like it would put my name and my first two initials after. So I thought I somehow made a mistake and I was going to get denied boarding because it would say Johnal, John Allen. And it freaked me out every time. So like there are, there's some good tips out there, and I don't know. I didn't see a response from Beach in Texas. I'm still looking for one. The show has went to ship. What do you think he meant by that, Larry? Or she meant?
I guess they're trying to be funny, but
They're saying
I
hi
can't
to
stress
Lindy
it
Lou.
enough. I mean, I saw Tessa's tips, and I was like, "Hey, I should have read those people."
You saw Tessa's what?
She put her tips.
Oh, sorry. I was like, whoa, Larry, calm down, man.
Tips out there about passports and I was like, wow, that is like. I gotta tell you, I'm in New York, and when it became 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and they start calling more and more people, I was like, oh boy, I was starting to get a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie, I was acting like I was cool as a cucumber, but I was definitely thinking, oh my goodness, what do I have to do to make this right? So here's my other question. So the one lady was great. The supervisor was terrible, but the main lady we dealt with, she was great. The one that made me pay for Melissa's suitcase. So we're walking away, and I said, do I tip her? Is it appropriate to give this lady like 20 euro, or no, we were still in the US, $20? Melissa's like, I don't know. Is that like a bribe? I'm like, I don't know. If I've never thought about tipping to people that take your luggage before at the counter. So I thanked her just over and over. She was super
Okay,
nice.
wait, Larry. He says I meant what you think 100%. So what I think it was. What does that sound? Is somebody on speaker over there?
Not me.
Oh, I think.
Oh, I think I left my TV on the other room.
What you were saying was like rude. Maybe I misinterpreted it. But I am a nice guy. I will give it one more benefit of the doubt. I guess I don't know what they could think I meant. They said it's gone to ship. I feel like that's a insult, Larry. Put him
I
up.
don't know. No, we talk about our show being a ship show all the time.
Yeah.
I think I took it as a compliment. I thought it was funny. And
it probably is. I'm hypersensitive these days with people freaking trying to clean my lawn and you know, do other things and.
Well, I would like you to reach out to that neighbor of yours and see when he could jump on for a little bit, so he could give us a little bit of his ABC reviews, to give people some ideas of things they might want to do when we're in those islands.
Speaking of review, I'm not talking about York. I'm talking about the other neighbor.
No, I know. I'm talking about, I moved to your other neighbor. I'm talking about the neighbor across the street. Hey, did you ever fertilize his lawn when he was gone?
I did. Actually, and last night, Monday night, I put a little razzle dazzle in his front yard when I was fertilizing mine. But then last night, I went ahead and threw down some sedgehammer in his lawn and mine to kill the nut sedge. We'll see. It rained shortly after, so I might have to do a different application. But it was a 1 ounce bottle, covers 4 acres. 1 ounce bottle.
Oh my! What?
Yes.
That's some potent stuff.
Nut sedge. Some people call it beach grass. All right, I didn't get a response, so I am going to.
But I think what he did, I know they're big beach people, but you know, the one thing that I could say is I've been to Aruba twice. The one time I went to a beach, it was absolutely awesome. The next time I went to a beach, I hated it because it was all commercialized. I hated it. So just because you go to Aruba doesn't mean all the beaches are the same. And so I would like to hear his viewpoints of where they went, what they thought. I saw, you know, some of their posts that they were making, but I think it'd be nice to have him on. That he, because then
you
I
could
thought,
send York and Lisa to a beach on Lake Erie, and they would be in hog heaven. Okay, how you doing? Travel Adventures with Eric B. Glad to see you. What is nut sedge? It's beach grass, but it's a weed. So seriously, Larry, you can get York's opinion on it, but I mean, you know, You throw a couple grains of sand on the deck of the promenade, and he's on a beach. Okay, that's all I'm saying. This is the greatest beach ever. So I don't know. I went to Eagle Beach, and I went to the other beach, the Gorgeous. Commercialized? Nah, I wouldn't say that where I was. There was one little tiny beach bar on the far end. And then they had like jet ski adventures and stuff. But other than that, I didn't find it very commercialized. It was nice. Great snorkeling and turtles and stuff.
I can't remember which ones I was at. I just remember one I really, really liked. The other one, not so much. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to it. It's just not, places that the average cruiser goes to that much, and it's just such a different. I guess the bigger part of it is that we're gone 8 nights and we have 5 sea days. I just think sea days are amazing. I love them. They're just so relaxing and do what you want type of things. And
what is the other beach? Travel Adventures with Eric B. I can't remember the name.
There's one Eagle.
Yeah, Eagle's one.
Eagle and Palm is one. Palm
Beach. That's it.
Is that it?
Yep.
I know they have a bunch of them. They have tons. And here's my thing. I would say, if you don't investigate, and when you get into a taxi and you say, just take us to a beach, you have no idea where he's going to take you. You just don't know. So I would always recommend kind of investigate that.
Well, so
because that's what I did the last time. I just said, take us to a beach. We don't care.
When are you in Aruba next?
Then. March.
Okay.
Okay. I'm not.
We're talking about the 9-hole scramble.
No.
That's why we need to have this stinking daggone freaking Zoom call.
No, I did not know that.
We're talking about one of the events is a 9-hole scramble. And you get to use a big red wiffle ball bat no, I'm just kidding. But no, for real. We're talking about a 9-hole scramble in Aruba.
Sounds good to me. I would love to
We're going to need cart girls and guys. We're going to need officials to tell us if we're in or out of bounds. We're going to need, what else do we need? We need guys that hold the flags, that say, quiet, please. You know what I'm saying? We're going to need all that. We're also going to need announcers, right? But imagine this, 9-hole scramble, right? And you give a camera to Tony Jackson and Monroe Tarver and let them walk around the golf course giving their commentary on everyone shooting. I think it would be hilarious.
I think you're onto something. You do
not need to know anything about Golf Crazy Cat Traveler. Nothing whatsoever. As a matter of fact, some of these rules that were coming, you can be the designated putter if you don't want to take the long shots. That way, if you have a 4-man team, right? Let's say it's you, Larry, Roger Johnstone, and Jamie from Sharon at Sea on a team, right? You say, I don't want to drive on, hit my driver on any of the holes. Your team gets to pick a designated driver. So they can actually take 2 drives in your stead. We'll break it down later. Roger Johnstone's in.
I just have to say, to anyone that hasn't golfed or has hardly ever golfed, a scramble makes it enjoyable for everyone. People that have
play
never
the
played,
best ball.
You play the best ball. So if you hit it 10 feet, you pick yours up and you go to the best shot.
Right, Crazy Cat Traveler? You're absolutely
right. Eventually, it could be a putt, but everybody winds up using a shot. It's inevitable. It happens.
Crazy Cat Traveler says she can hold a sign. Okay, well you can be the person around the green around the tee box. Quiet, please. Or You could be. We'll figure it out. You could be there. You could be a cart girl, running around passing out beers.
Why are we thinking this in Aruba?
Because it was the only place that had the course that was.
We were on our way.
I'll tell you why. Honestly, I've never been to Bonaire, and I want to check that out organically. I've been to Aruba 3 times. And
I've never been to Bonaire. I've been to Aruba and Curacao twice.
Yeah, Curacao. We have a different event planned, TBD. So, the Aruba seemed to work out.
Gotcha.
Now that may fall through, and I know Rhonda Carney wants to do a putt-putt golf tournament, but the logistics of that sounds a little bit much. We'll figure that out too. But, I like the idea of Kump's 9-hole scramble. Now, Melissa may not like that idea, but
no, she loves golf. I was going to say this was so random, but I don't know if we were at the airport or if we were flying to London, but or maybe even before we left. I think it was before we left, but it was soon. And she was going over all the activities that I had scheduled and planned. And all of a sudden she says to me, "Do you realize that golf is huge in Iceland?" And I'm like, "No way." She's
Beachton, Texas is gone. I gave them an opportunity to respond, and they left me hanging. I just kicked them out. I don't know why they were talking smack and then saying hi to Lindy Lou.
Well,
apparently they got some good content. I'm gonna have to check out Beachton, Texas.
All right, I'll look at them too. So we thought about golfing when we were in Iceland, and if I would have had a day to do it, we would have. And I was like, how cool would that be to say you golfed in Iceland? I thought.
Oh yeah.
Melissa said the same thing. She's like, I think it'd be so cool to say we golfed in Iceland. So, anywho, well, I did say I was looking at a cruise in the future that has 3 days in Scotland and like 2 days in Ireland. I'm like, one of those days I have to golf. I just have to golf.
Yeah.
In Scotland. Just have to.
Absolutely. Tempest, you can absolutely drive the golf cart. You could be a snack person, a hype man. I think we should have people their job in the scramble is they run around with chickens on sticks, like a windmill. Like a windmill, and when you're putting, they sit there and go boop, 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 boop with their eyes closed so they can't, we could make it real interesting. Roger Johnstone's in. I want Roger on my team, though, I think, but we'll random draw. That
sounds like a good event.
I'm announcing that I'm a good announcer, so there you have it, says Wendy Johnstone. I hear you, but I don't know. We could have a threesome. And I don't mean that. Don't be nasty. I don't be nasty. I'm saying we could, on a PGA event, right? You've got the 2 main announcers, and then you got the man on the street, right?
The man guy on the course.
Yeah. So Wendy, you could be the man on the course, even though you're all on the course. I will lay spread eagle by one of the holes, probably passed out drunk. Each with a microphone, right? And you could all be speaking. But I really feel like Tony Jackson and Monroe Tarver would be the perfect fit. It's not that I feel that. I know that in my heart of hearts. So anyway, more announcements to come on that, Larry. I'm getting excited about the Coop Cruise, so much so that all this Bromania talk in the freaking Bromania chat has been giving me agita. Everybody's
Well-
out here trying to plan Bromania, and we don't have squat diddly do finalized for the ship show, a Coop Cruise. But I get it. We got to book it. But I told Arnold, I do like what you guys were planning, right? So we're looking at MSC, Mariflemia. What's it called?
No, that's not that one. I always forget the ones the
Hey,
seaside,
Tess,
the
quit
ones the
trying to
seascape.
quit trying to sway our guests into your events. This is unacceptable. I'm just kidding. Tess said that a certain friend of ours is tentatively snorkeling. Look at this. Tess is already trying to steal our guests. This is an outrage. Tess, you're out. This is an outrage. I knew you'd figure out a way. I knew it. I knew Tess would figure out a way to squeeze that in, and I'm removing it. Sorry, Larry. Go ahead. My bad.
It is the MSC Seascape.
Oh, okay.
And I gotta tell you, if
where's it going?
So it goes to Nassau and then their private island, Ocean Key, maybe. I think it's called Ocean Key. But the cool part about it is, it looks like you're there overnight. You stay at their private island overnight.
Does that mean you can stay out as late as you want?
I believe so. I do believe so on this one. The one time I did it on Coco on the Adventure, you had to get back on.
By a
They
certain
didn't let you
time.
roam around. Yeah,
Absolutely.
But it was still.
Kimbo's cruising. Women can golf. There is no restrictions.
Oh, yeah.
Kids can golf.
Melissa loves golfing. She loves it. She's getting better. She's not great, but she's improved a ton, and she loves it. Just absolutely loves it.
I've seen some of the videos that you posted. She can hit a ball.
She's getting better. So in looking at this again, we were looking at giving as many different people that do this options. And so this is when I realized I haven't been on one, and I know they get some mixed reviews, but for a bunch of dudes to hang out, we don't need super fancy. But the MSC cruises are really good values. They are really, really good values.
I mean, for a short one, right? You really don't have a lot to lose. So are you
inside room? I mean, how about this? Inside room, $1,281 for two people, and that includes drink package and your Wi-Fi.
4 years ago, that was high.
It was, but not in today's world.
The original Bromania cruise cost Arnold and I for a balcony $400 a piece.
I'm gonna say, well, but that was probably just the cruise.
Well, yeah, okay.
Well, so I'm
yeah,
saying this is
yeah.
$600, but if you take,
Well,
you
back
figure
then
the drink package
was a little cheaper. Well, we
let's
were
just
supposed
even
to be
say-
on Margaritaville, so let's just.
But I'm just saying, so let's say $60 a day for the drink package. That's $240. So you take now that your cruise, it's down to $440.
Yeah, you're right. Yep, you're right.
And the Wi-Fi, and you get the free. The Wi-Fi is included.
I imagine MSC has amazing Wi-Fi.
I bet you, because it's a newer ship, I bet it has Starlink.
Starlink, okay, I understand that, but here's the Rooster's tip of the day. Call it the cock-a-doodle tip of the day. Starlink, as many have found out, is not as cool as it was led to be on the ships. And what I mean by that is they restrict some bandwidth to the cruise ships. There's no cruise ship that has stellar Wi-Fi regardless, but I hear what
my
you're
point
saying.
is Starlink is better than what they used to have. So
That's
I just
true.
watched this man's review that was on the Beyond, and he said, I don't know why. I
The
don't have an
Beyond,
answer,
yes.
and I'm not going to make a big deal about it. but the Wi-Fi with Starlink was absolutely positively phenomenal. And he was there on a laptop, so he was putting content out. He goes, it was phenomenal the first 5 days. The last 2 days, it was not. It was not very good. So he's like, I can't explain it, but so anyway, you still get some type of a Wi-Fi in those prices. So it's like, it's a good deal. I researched a lot. It's a pretty good deal, and it's a new ship. So I've watched quite a few people with their content on it, and it's a newer ship. It looks nice to me. People say it's got like a European kind of flavor to it or whatever. So
Yeah, that's
for a bunch of dudes that hang out at a bar and drink beer and mashed potatoes and gravy. It's like,
yeah, I don't care. And we've discussed, I don't know about you, Larry, but I'm most likely going to be doing the side to side on that one.
Or, I mean, this offers you could stay on the ship and do another 3.
Yeah, but I was thinking
it gives
side
options.
to side.
It does give options.
Yeah.
That's correct.
What were we talking about? Freedom? Again?
Well, you got Freedom, you got Jewel, you've got a number of them. The only issue with a side by side is this MSC, for whatever reason, their 4 nights go Monday. This was Monday to Thursday.
Right, but Freedom leaves Thursday.
Friday,
Oh,
Saturday,
and that's
Sunday.
cool. That's cool.
So you would have to go. You'd have to get in a hotel for 1 night.
I'll sleep right there at that little place, where they do the casino cruises, where I almost got arrested. There's a cool little nook there where I could go sleep for the night.
So that's the only thing about the side by side. And a lot of people that do them say you'll a lot of times you get off, you go even to another port, like from Fort Lauderdale to Miami, 1 night in a hotel, then you get on another ship. So I was thinking the Utopia, but that's just too far away.
Mr. Z, that's what I'm saying. You know what? Thank you for bringing that to my attention. There's all this stinking daggone freaking bromania talk. We can figure that out in 10 minutes. Hey, Sharon, book it. Let's go. We got lots of planning to do, y'all. Larry.
Well, my only point
I'm
is
blaming you if it all goes to shit. I'm kidding.
So my point is, let's just get this thing booked, because there's no planning with that.
Yeah, but nobody's like saying, hey, here's an idea for the Coop Cruise. They're saying, oh, let's look at it.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
I know you have some. But you're a ship show executive. Everyone else is like, let's talk about the Airbnbs and this and that and the other thing. Come on now. We got bigger fish to fry. I mean, Bromania is great. I love it. But that happens after the Coop Cruise.
It does. You are right about that. Yes, you are.
Trevor and Arnold and Jimmy, you're all grounded. We're not talking any more ship the Bromania. You guys want to book it? I'll book it. But I'm done talking about it until we get this ship show.
Well, that's all we have to do is
Coop
just give
Cruise.
everybody to give us a thumbs up, and then we book it, and then we're done. And then the side by side, people want to do.
Speaking of everybody giving us a
side.
thumbs up, but you should do that now. In the
Oh yes, thank you for reminding everyone. Thumbs up are nice.
yes.
So no, it's time. It's time
We
to
have
start
35
getting
likes
serious
tonight, Larry. It's hot fire.
Okay, I think one of them's mine.
We're on fire, and I think Texas cruising dudes.
Did he give us
jammers,
one?
Wasn't one of them.
He gave us a thumbs up. It was just the middle one.
Yes. he gave us the old bucket. Whatever. And it was probably a joke, but they did refuse to answer my numerous requests to clarify, and maybe they thought they were funny. But I don't play anymore, Larry. I'm get off my lawn guy. And I don't give a crap about drama. Let's go. Come on. I am upset, though, that you can't do the par 3 challenge. I was excited to have two ringers on the team.
I for whatever reason, I thought
Kimbo's Cruising says, no. Kimbo's Cruising, we were talking about the Coop Cruise when we were talking about Aruba. Just to be clear.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's what I was like, hey, how about we get Doodles on, that he could just give us what they did in the ABC Islands, give that information out to people. They can help them decide what they want to do.
Wendy
for somebody that was
Johnstone
just
says
there.
we confused her.
Oh,
Because we went from Coop Cruise to Bromania, you know.
yeah. I can see that.
They did
I can see
answer
that.
my question, Mr. Z. Oh, no. What did they say? They said, I meant you suck. Is that what you're talking about? Because I didn't see him clarify. Uh-oh. Now I feel like an a-hole. What did I miss, Larry?
I don't know. What did you miss? Oh, I'm looking at Jamie from Sharon at Sea Travels comment in the chat.
I'm going to see. I'll wait. I'm too lazy to let them resubscribe at the moment. Let's see what Mr. Z says. Because I feel like I'm not trying to remove everyone from the chat. What did Jamie from Sharon at Sea say?
Oh, he's asking for details about the Coop Cruise to see if for him to make a decision on whether he wants to go with us or not.
Well, I can tell you this. That's right, Scott McNeil. We don't take any ship around here. Speaking of Scott McNeil, I would love to have Scott McNeil on the Coop Cruise hosting Cigars Under the Stars.
There you go.
Because there's a man who knows some good cigars. But I understand. That's a busy guy. That's on you, not us, says Kimbo's Cruising. All right. All right. They switch subjects and we have Amazon delivering. Wendy, I don't know. I feel like when it comes to switching subjects and, you know, kind of off the wall conversations, I think we're pretty equal there, Miss Johnstone. I mean, I think we can all agree. If you're confused by us, I'm surprised, quite frankly.
I do like the idea of the Coop Cruise golfing on Aruba, and it's, again, you do not have to be an avid golfer to have fun playing in a scramble.
I forget? Roger says I agree. So
no husband and wives can be on the same team.
Did I mention that every hole we tee off from 150 yards out?
No, we did not. No.
Oh,
and your thing at your course. No, you said that varies.
No, everyone's 150. I'm just stealing their idea.
Oh, gotcha.
Yep. I say let's do a desert UTV race. No, Kevin. Although I'm not trying to influence anyone, because I will say the UTV excursion that I took on Aruba, aside from the fact that the owner tried to sell me cocaine, was a great time. But it is fun.
I know they're known for that because people don't realize Aruba has a lot of desert.
Kathy L says, I squirrel in my everyday conversation, so no confusion here. You know, I wish I put out more content, Larry, because I have it on film somewhere. This guy trying to sell me cocaine. Like, I don't know that I would want to put it out there, but I have the aftermath of it, which I don't know. I'm too busy.
You also have the embarkation of the Alaska cruise on the Spirit. That would be absolutely a classic.
What, when you brought my lens?
No, of you getting in an argument with the guy about you turning off your camera at the top of the escalator while the whole time the camera on your chest was filming.
Yeah, so that's the thing. It's a long story, but when I got my NAS system, I think a lot of footage, I didn't understand the difference between cloud storage and regular storage, and I feel like I had my regular storage linked to the cloud, and I had it set up to, if I deleted it, either way, I think I lost it, because I know what you're talking about, and I went looking for that footage. but I might have it. What I don't have is the footage of Arnold hitting me dead nuts straight in the subcockles with a soccer ball on the first Bromania in slow motion, which I used to have. I don't know what happened to it.
All right, that would be good. Yep, that would be good.
All right, Jose, have a good time at work. Jose's been posting regularly videos of that guy on TikTok who gets all jacked up. Don't leave any man behind when you're drinking. And I like those videos too, myself. Tess has been posting just the tips prematurely. She's prematurely tipulating. But, you know, if I know Tess, she's got the information that everybody needs, including grammar corrections. Even though she can't type for ship. I'm just kidding. I like to talk smack to Tess. We have a nice back and forth. It's just so, you know, that Tess is like, Tess has been here for years, so I know I can talk smack without offense. But Larry?
Yes.
We have a lot of planning to do because my intentions are, once we finish our Zoom meeting on Tuesday,
yes,
we will have another one the following week. You listen. Typing is talk to text or typing. If you choose to talk to text and press send, it's the same as me spending 7 hours trying to get something to align on Photoshop for you to call and say, hey, by the way, you misspelled freaking K. I don't care. Don't care. But I want to have a Zoom call. There are plenty of people who want to host events within the trip, right? The Brand Horse are talking about some things. Nautical Nurse Nancy's got some things. There's tons of people that are going to be doing things that you can do on the Coop Cruise. It's hosted by the Coop, not by Larry and I, although there will be a few events. And one of those things, yeah. And no, Kathy L, thanks for bringing that to my attention. Lindy Lou! I'm so sorry, 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 sorry. It took so long to say hi to you. Ooh, yeah. You know I love my girl, Lindy Lou. I got to get that in. But one of the things that you had texted me earlier, I'm going to talk to Sharon and see about possibly getting the theater early morning, day one, or not the theater, sorry, the piano bar or something similar, a room for the the morning after embarkation day meet and greet when Paul's going to do his timeshare presentation. So, I mean, we got enough people where we can get the room. I know we got it on the horizon, so I think we can do it. Especially since it's on the horizon.
Yes, we are sailing the horizon. Carnival.
Yes.
Well, we'll iron stuff out on Tuesday. We should have something to update on Wednesday, and we'll take it from there.
Yeah, and I'm starting to wonder if we're going to get to golf this season, Larry.
Maybe. I got trips to Chicago. Once I get to Chicago, I'm right in your neighborhood.
No Grand Rapids tournaments this year?
Nope.
That's all right. That's all right.
Nope. My first one's in Nashville this year.
Ooh.
Yeah. Labor Day weekend in Nashville.
Do me a favor, Larry.
Yeah.
This is Rooster's Just the Tip of the Day.
Okay.
Before you go to Nashville.
Yes.
Or before you travel anywhere in general, do yourself a favor. Go to Amazon. Get yourself an RFID blocking wallet.
I already have that.
Okay. I did too. Make sure it's rated well, because I went to Memphis and I had the RFID wallet. Every single employee from my company that went to Memphis with a company credit card had their information hacked.
That was a tip I got before going to London, because when you're in London, you're in certain areas, there'll be signs, huge signs posted, beware. This is a pickpocket, high risk pickpocket area.
Oh, geez.
And that's the new thing. They don't go by and take the wallet out of your pocket. They go by and they scan your wallet and they get your info.
Yeah. Yep.
So no, I got that tip and I got that wallet. It was bigger than what I'm used to, but it was a good tip. And I mean, you saw those signs in numerous places. Westminster Abbey, I remember, it was right there, and I was like, wow. But that's why I said it's not, because I made sure I wore shorts that have a button on them so I could button it. And I realized it's not so much them actually taking it; it's walking right up, bumping up against you with whatever to get your credit card info.
Yep. Meanwhile, Luna ran off with my wig that I started off the show with, and I can guarantee you
it's shredded.
I can guarantee. Oh no, never mind. It was just blending into the black chair. So I think I'll start the show how I finished it. Larry, parting words for the Coop.
We are working on the Coop Cruise, and if you have not booked it yet, it's still not too late. You can call Sharon at Sea Travel. She will give you all the different options. She'll get you taken care of.
Oh,
she is the best.
Yes, agreed. Sharon at seatravel@gmail.com, and I'll post a couple things. I did notice that when I posted the Ship Show golf shirt, that went over like a turd in a punch bowl the other day. I was only kidding when I said if you want to support a good cause, me, because I have it set to the minimum profit, which is 80 cents, because it makes you put additional funds in order to cover any unexpected fees. I've learned lately that running an online store, especially one that doesn't sell anything, is difficult. You got to figure out what tax percentage you want to do. Anyway. Larry?
Yes.
I want you in here to do a live, in-person live stream.
We'll work it out.
We need to get you out here.
All right.
How's the hockey team?
Well, we start Monday, so I think we're going to be pretty good. So,
is it tryouts Monday? Is that what you're doing?
Nope. Team is picked. We start practicing and workouts on Monday.
Are you expecting to win Coach of the Year again this year?
No.
Because I am.
Okay. All right. Don't get your hopes up too much. I don't see it happening, but I'm excited about the season. I have new age group. They're 15 and 16-year-olds, and
it was a pleasure mostly, says Tess. I love you, Tess. I learned that John has a short fuse now that he is get off my long guy. Oh, my fuse has gotten so short. So short. Especially when it's cold. Wait a minute. All right. Listen, everybody, be nice to each other. I've seen all the stuff that's been happening in the news, and I've seen some people posting some pretty bad stuff. Just remember, at the end of the day, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, the people you were friends with should still be your friends unless they did you dirty. If their politics was a factor, and you not being friends with them now, you're the problem. Because you've bought into the divisiveness of the political landscape right now. If you have a friend, be their friend. Just be their friend. As a matter of fact, let's all be friends.
There you go.
Let's all be friends. I'm your friend. Apparently, we're not beached in Texas's friend, but maybe I misinterpreted it.
I think you did. I think they're just trying to be funny.
Well, okay. But be nice to each other online.
Yes, that's
and
a big one.
That starts with remembering. There is no single man or party or political organization that is going to solve these world's problems. Your friends can help solve some of your problems. I can guarantee you that. And with that, don't take any wooden nickels, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for
watching. May not
watching.
be next week.